All right, what's up, guys? I'm at work right now, so I'm sitting in the car. So I figure I'll make this video. It's a better time than now, than not at all. And I do want to get the channel just back up and rolling. So, I sold my Supra, the one that I waited about a year, almost a year, to get, and spent a ton of money on in parts and stuff like that. So, long story short, maybe, I think I mentioned in the last video, I didn't go through it to see, but you guys know how I do my videos. I like to just kind of keep it raw and truthful and direct and everything. So, I bought the car last year in January. It landed stateside in September. And then I didn't get the car, I think, until maybe October, I believe. And it spent most of the time in the shop rather than my garage. So, excuse me, I just ate. I got the car, and immediately when I got the car, it had some suspension issues. I think one of the driver's side, since it's right-hand drive, coilovers was shot. And then the heater core was bypassed, which I wasn't informed about from the importer or the seller or whatever. And so it went straight to the shop to get the heater core fixed because I wanted heat, obviously. And then the shipper or the car carrier, the tow guy or whatever, and I'm filming this on my phone, so if you see my hand on the side there, I'm sorry. He damaged one of the side skirts. It cracked, and I think a piece of the front bumper, I believe, as well. So I had to get all that stuff situated. But I'll be honest, so my whole experience with that was just shitty. Bought the car in January. It didn't leave, I think, until probably April, I believe. April or May. It didn't leave Australia because I happened to get lucky enough to buy it during a port strike they were having in Australia. So once the port strike was over, they shipped it out. And then when it landed in Texas, then it went to their receiver to get legally made legal stateside. So during that process, they have their shop that does a full inspection of the car and everything. And I drove down to pick the car up and drive it back home. But when I started driving it back home, it immediately started overheating. So I stopped, pulled over, and I just told the dude, like, hey man, like, this is not what it was supposed to be. So I pulled over, I put it in a parking lot, and the guys, I was like maybe like 15 minutes away from their shop. I went home, they came and got the car and brought it back to the shop to get that whole thing situated. Not to mention, one thing that I didn't realize, that I didn't know, which really sucked, was when you import cars, there is a very, very high chance that if you have something rare on your car, it's going to get stolen. For example, my Supra came with heated seats. I think a lot of the JDM ones come with heated seats. They stole my seat warmer button on my dash. And when I tried to find it online to replace it, impossible. See why they stole it, but impossible. So that really fucking sucked. So I had to like put a blank there just so that way there's just not a hole down there in the dash. Yeah, so that's a common thing. I didn't know that. Another guy I know that bought a Supra as well. They stole his head unit. Another dude I know had something else stolen out of his. So That shit fucking sucks. And then when I finally got the car, the tow truck guy, like I said, he damaged it somewhere while I was in transit. Not sure what happened, but apparently the car was like loaded in the front of the trailer when it was picked up, and then when they got to my house, it was 2 cars in front of it, and the Supra was in the back. And the dude should have been at my house at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He didn't get there till like closer to after, I think it was like closer to 9. So it was like between 8 and 9. And that's when I noticed the damage. And then I think he did that on purpose because he was trying to hide the damage that he did when he was probably moving the car around back and forth or whatever to put other cars on the truck. It's because he was trying to deny damage. But anyway, got all that situated, got the car, saw that there was coilover issue, heater core was bypassed. None of the stuff that the seller, which was Global Motor Traders, they didn't tell me this at all. They didn't know or whatever, but whatever. Anyway, fast forward, I got the car back again, and I've installed the coilovers, the BC Racing DS coilovers. So I was like, cool, happy. And then what else happened? There's some starter solenoid was like bad. And the funny thing about that was when I got a video from the seller of the car, to start the car, he had to turn the key twice, like boom, boom, and it started up. And he was like, oh, that's a cool safety feature. No, the fuck it wasn't. It wasn't a safety feature. It was the starter solenoid going bad. So one day I go in my garage and I try to start the car up and it won't fucking turn over. So I was like, all right, well, this fucking sucks. So issue after issue after issue. So the car had to go back to the shop again to get that fixed and replaced. Just so many issues, dude. Over this time of me having to deal with the shop in the shop, or excuse me, the car in the shop, all the excitement, all the love I had for this was my dream car. All of it just completely got killed. It spent so much time in the shop and not my garage, and it just ruined everything. And eventually, I just didn't want it anymore. And so I got everything on the car fixed. All those thousands of dollars in upgrades that I bought for it, I didn't install them, but I installed like the hard pipe, I installed the catch can, that stuff, and like all of that stuff. I installed all the necessary parts, and then I just said I was going to sell the car and sell it with the mods, and whoever wants it, they can just throw all that stuff on themselves. So that's what I ended up doing. So the car's gone. And I'm happy. Truthfully, like, I'm really, really happy, because every time I went in the garage, I looked at it, that joy that I had when I got it, just completely gone. I didn't want the car anymore. It just turned into a big burden for me. So I got it all buttoned up. It's good to go now, but I sold it. Someone else is going to be able to enjoy it, and I'm happy. So I'm moving on to an R35 GT-R. That's the car I was actually going to buy before the Supra, but, I gave the Supra a chance, because I was like, it's my dream car. So I'm now shopping for an R35 GT-R, DBA model. So that's the 2012 through, I think, 16. And that's going to be the new car. When I get back from vacation in April, I'm hoping that I actually get the opportunity to make the purchase, but that's what's happening. So currently shopping right now and seeing what's out there. I'm looking for one that's like relatively lower miles, and they're there, but maybe like between, like, I don't know, 20 and maybe 60,000 miles is where I'm kind of looking at. So I got plans for that, because like I said, I was gonna get that car before I bought my Supra, And I already had a list of things that I would have done with the GT-R had I got it. So Supra's gone, GT-R is going to be the new car. Yeah, I just wanted to update the channel and let you guys know that that's what's happening. And if you guys have any questions about like my experience with the Supra and stuff, just drop them in the comments, and we'll just go from there. And I'll keep you guys updated on the whole, like, you know, car buying process while I'm shopping for it and stuff. But yeah, you guys take care, and have a good one. Peace out.